Happy Wednesday and welcome to episode 49 of Keepinitgwg.the podcast. I'm your host G and I'm back at it again with another episode. So for this week, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I don't even have a topic in particular for today. But I'm also not gonna ramble. I'm going to just be as authentic as I can because I feel like don't nobody really want to hear no motivational shit right now. So I'm going to just try my best to be real because right now I feel like that's what the world is missing and that's what you guys kind of just need right now. And while y'all know this is not a current event podcast, but with all this coronavirus shit going on, how can I not be honest about the way it's making me feel and how it's affecting the world in general from my point of view and from what I can see? Let's be honest. The shit is very serious. People are real life dying from it, and because of the number of positive tests that are continuously on the rise, don't be ignorant. No one is immune when shit like this happens, which in the first 3 months of this year, it's been a whole lot of shit going on. So it's just like, okay, now damn. Like I was saying, when in real life shit happens like this, where you're going to the store, shelves are wiped, you can't even fucking sneeze without people looking crazy. Jobs and schools are closing down, and most importantly, people are losing their lives because people aren't taking social distancing seriously. To be honest, I've emotionally been all over the place with it, but in the same sense, grounded and in faith with God, because like I said before, it's super easy for the media to feed us information and for people to be in fear because we're human. But understand that God got us, and all this shit is happening for a reason that we do not know yet. So we must stay in prayer. We must stay centered. We must stay grounded, and do what you can to prevent yourself and your family from contracting this nasty virus and stay in the damn house. And so when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to talk about this week, like I said, I just couldn't bring myself to talk about what I would typically talk about on the podcast, like various topics of checking in with yourself or relationships or motherhood or what have you. I just didn't want to talk about that this week because I just feel like everybody is just running around with their heads cut off. So I basically just wanted to record this podcast to encourage stillness and to encourage you guys to be grounded even in the midst of all this crazy shit going on. And like I said, when I sat down and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to talk about, perspective came to me. And that's pretty much what I've been gaining from this whole situation of when the virus started to really attack the world in the way that it did, because it kind of just like, even though they're saying that it's been around, it kind of just popped up and just started really attacking and quickly. And so when I got a chance to just sit down and think, perspective is what I've gained from all this. We've gotten so caught up in the routine of life, and this is what I'm telling myself and what I'm journaling about. We've gotten so caught up in the routine of life and going out and having family gatherings and having this event to go to and that event to go to, going to work, picking the kids up from school, preparing dinner, like, just routine life. And then this random virus that, like I said, they've said that it's been around, it just attacks, and it attacks quick. And I am in no way of a conspiracy theorist, so please don't get it misunderstood, but I am very logical, and I do understand that things take place for a reason. So in a way, I do feel like this virus is taking a whole of the world like it is to kind of slow everybody down and kind of get people to understand and focus on the things that are more important versus putting too much attention on shit that doesn't really matter, like petty shit, or worrying about things that are out of your control, or just being too comfortable with the routine of life, because you never know what can really happen. So that's something that I personally was pondering on this past week. And so, like I said, I'm logical and I do understand that things take place for a reason. So please take this time while you're in the house, because some cities are on lockdown. Some people are still able to go to work. But take this time while you're in the house, if you are quarantining, and just sit down and reevaluate, affirm, and refocus, because why not? We don't have nothing but time anyway. I know I'm even working from home, so yeah. For me, I've just been don't panic, don't worry, because I have a 3-year-old. So of course, as a parent, I'm on high alert, but I'm trying my best to not, be fearful about it, but just to be in faith. And it's super hard, but for the most part, you really, really, really have to stay grounded, and you really, really have to sometimes unplug from the media, because they are so much information is coming at us so quickly, we don't really even know what to believe. So my question for you guys this week is, how are y'all feeling really? Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm over it. Praying it passes over, and that this does not affect the way in which we maneuver and live for the rest of our lives, because it's just when is it going away? Everybody is over it. Everybody is tired, and I know people are like, I'm ready to be in the streets and da 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 da, and that's cool. We all do want to be outside, but right now we got to keep our asses inside so this can die down. So while you are inside, do something about it. Do something within. Do the work. Whatever type of work that you've been putting off doing, whether it's with goals, affirmations, start on it, work on it, do something, because it don't look like we're going outside anytime soon. So make the best out of this quarantine lockdown until we get word on something different. But yeah, like I said, this is not a current events podcast, so please don't think that because I'm talking about this in particular for this episode is what I'll continuously talk about. But I just couldn't be disingenuous and talk about what I would typically talk about, what the podcast is typically geared towards, because I just didn't feel that on my spirit. And so I'm not going to get behind this mic and just fake it just to put an episode out. I want to be as supportive as I can, because I'm human just like you guys. So yeah, how are y'all really feeling, really? And be honest about it, because you're human. Just be cautious and aware. I really do thank God that even though social media can be a little negative at times, I do thank God that we have the memes and the TikToks that are keeping us entertained and laughing to keep from crying, because woo, child, it's a lot. So just be mindful of what you guys are feeding into your spirit. Try your best to stay grounded and stay focused, and do something with this quarantine time lockdown that we're in. And stay prayed up and wash your damn hands. And again, try to stay inside. But I'm not going to get preachy on what the media is telling y'all. I just want y'all to really just take some time to think about the perspective of the current state that the world is in. And like I said, this isn't any conspiracy theorist shit. This is just me sharing my spill to y'all to shed a different type of light on this virus. So yeah, be sure to, I'm not going to drag this episode out because it's already enough shit going on. So yeah, just be sure to follow the Instagram page for the podcast, the Twitter And what else? Check out the interview, and please, especially this week, check out the playlist for the podcast. I'm going to update it sometime this week, maybe tomorrow, or later today. It just depends, but be sure to check out the playlist. I'm going to link it in the show notes, and then I'll link the book again for those. With all this stuff going on, I'm not going to front. I haven't finished the book yet that I announced for March, but I am almost done. It's super, super good, and I'll link it again for those who are interested. But yeah, just stay prayed up, y'all, and stay surrounded by love and good vibes and energy, and try your best to not let the fear that the media is trying to put in your spirit drive you into panic mode. I'm going to keep saying that. I know I said that on the past 2 episodes, but I'm serious, because they know something more than what we don't. And so you can only do what you can with what you have, with the information that they're giving you, and then move accordingly. Other than that, try to stay grounded, stay prayed up, and do something with this time that we're in the house with our family. Love on your family, be present. And I'm gonna leave you guys with that, because if I don't, I'm gonna start rambling. So in the name of Jesus, I rebuke this virus. I'm over it. I'm tired, just like y'all. So just, stay prayed up, stay grounded, like I said before, and I will talk to you guys for the next episode of Keeping It G with G, the podcast. Have a great rest of the week.